to take notice to where the arrows are coming from. You can notice that up towards the north, they're now coming down from the northwest. Down towards the south, they're coming in from the southwest. And that's a clear indicator that a cold front is over our area right now. It is starting to shift those winds to coming from the southwest to coming out of the northwest as it moves its way down to our southeast. We can also tell where that cold front is based on the line of precipitation we see on the satellite and radar. It has moved past some of our farther northwestern counties, so those areas, Monongalia, Marion, much of Doddridge and Ritchie counties are done with the precipitation for today. We're going to continue to see that rain moving through the rest of our area over the next couple of hours and will be continuing to dissipate. However, we're not going to be fully done with the precip just yet. Even though this cold front is going to be pivoting down to our southeast, we've still got more rain on the back end of that is riding up towards the north. So we are going to see some more rain tomorrow morning, and with the cooler temperatures behind that cold front, it's going to be more wintry precipitation for some of our higher elevations. And staying in air-conditioned rooms if possible. If you do need to be outdoors, be sure again that you're staying very hydrated, you're taking breaks in the shade, and also for those of you who own dogs, make sure that that asphalt temperature is not too hot for the bottom of your dog's paws. You can check it with the back of your hand. If you can't leave it there for a few seconds, it's probably too hot for your dog. So try to walk them on lighter pavement or on grass to help protect their paws in heat like this. We also are not looking at a lot of precipitation, which doesn't bode well for the drought conditions that we have just gotten out of. This was updated on Thursday, and this is the best that it has looked in our area for about the past 2 months or so. Only a little bit of us now in that abnormally dry category, but unfortunately, now we're entering another period of very little chances of precipitation, so we might see that worsening a little bit. We did have some severe weather across our area. The largest hail report we received was just on the border there of Clay and Braxton counties, where that hail was the size of a $50, which you see here. That can do some serious damage when it is hitting your cars and higher elevations. You could be getting frostbite as quickly as in 10 minutes if you are not properly protected. So we have our model Kayla Fedco here with how you can properly dress for the cold. You definitely want to be wearing a hat. Nice. Look at this, a nice spin. You want to have that hat on to keep the heat in at the top of your head, covering your ears. You want to be able to have something covering your mouth. It could be a scarf, it could be face masks. A lot of us probably have those because of COVID. So you want to be able to protect your mouth, your nose, and also because of your lungs, you want to make sure that you're not breathing in that extremely cold air. You want to have multiple layers on underneath, not just one coat. You want to have a couple layers, maybe 1 to 2 layers. Our low temperatures for tomorrow morning are pretty much going to all be in the low 30s and even lower in those higher elevations, likely dipping below freezing there. So this is really going to help to sustain that snowfall and transitioning that rain into snow. At 4.05, we just saw the flooding that took place there. Morgantown also very high. We got a video from a viewer in Parsons earlier, and you can see that here. That flooding was into the roadways and into their backyards. Over the course of 3 days, Parsons saw 3.09 inches of rainfall accumulation. Mannington was another area that we got a viewer submitted photo. This was Mowens Run Road in Mannington. This was 2.67 inches of rainfall accumulation over a 72-hour period. It's also worth noting the average amount of rainfall that Elkins expects to see for the entire month of April is 4.10 inches. That is only 0.05 of an inch away in a span of the first 3 days of the month. Morgantown also very close to their average rainfall amount for the month of April, 3.87. Morgantown saw 3.78 inches, so very close to that as well. The amount of rain we expect to see in an entire month we saw in a span of 3 days. What we know right now is that we are going to see this starting as rain, and then with cold front passage, it's going to transition over into snow. With that cold front passage, we're also going to be seeing those temperatures dropping significantly over the course of Friday, and those temperatures are going to stay very cold as we go throughout the weekend, so that's going to be affecting your Christmas Eve and your Christmas Day. And wind gusts are also going to be getting very, very strong, 40+ miles per hour for Friday and Saturday especially. That's going to be causing some dangerously low wind chills when we combine that with the temperatures that we're already going to be seeing. What we still have yet to determine is the exact exact timing of the beginning and end of the system, as well as when that precip transition will happen. It's likely going to be somewhere Friday morning. We're still looking at the intensity and the consistency of the potential rain and snow, which is going to affect the potential totals of that system. Now, when